it is here, folks. It is like the Infinity War Avengers Endgame of the TCU, the Toho Cinematic Universe. That's right, it's a no-holds-barred, all-for-one, free-for-all. Well, kind of. We're talking about Destroy All Monsters. Yes, the 9th movie in the Godzilla franchise. Once again, Ishiro Honda is back. Yay! Is back to direct this film. It is only fitting because this is a film that they were expecting to be the last Godzilla film. Little did they know, because the Kaiju large monster film was on the decline at this point in time. So they decided to just throw all their monsters into a film. Well, almost all the monsters. And so we get this movie that has a loose storyline that involves a group of aliens called the Kilax, who end up taking control of all the monsters of Earth, which have been rounded up and put on Monster Island. And things were going well until these aliens showed up and decided to use these creatures as a weapon. And so they take control of all these creatures, set them on the planet as they escape the Monster Island and try to bend the humans to their will. But of course, the humans figure out a way to stop them and actually fix this problem and take control of the monsters once again. Yeah, okay, so the human story in this one is a bit loose compared to the others, but you're not watching this film really for the main human storyline, though we do get all our familiar faces back. I mean, you got Akira Kuba in here, Yukiko Kobayashi's in here, Jun Tazaki's in here. This is his final performance. You know, you got Hinsei Ito in here, though he's not playing an assassin this time. He's a good guy this time. And you get a massive 11 monsters in total in this film. I mean, we get all the big ones, of course, Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, who's back in larva form for whatever reason, and King Ghidorah. But you also get in here, Anguirus is back, or Angelus as it's referred to, Minya, or Manila, the baby Godzilla is in here. We get Spiga in here, the gigantic spider, Baragon's in here, Gorosaurus is in here, Amanda's in here, Varon's in here. Yes, it's like a who's who of the monster films all put into one. And we see the aliens, and so we at least get a little bit of bad Godzilla again, bad guy Godzilla. Though he's under control of aliens, we get bad guy Godzilla, and we see him trounce a bunch of cities along with the other monsters, and that was a lot of fun. Yes, there's a lot of monster action going on in here, and some interesting, yet not fully fleshed out, it feels like at times, human storyline in here. Because again, this is meant to be the last one, so it's kind of just going all out. I liked the Kilax aliens in here, their design, the story they came up with. I loved the equipment and the vehicles that the humans came up with. We got a great huge rocket, we got a space station. I mean, we got all kinds of things in this. They throw in everything with the kitchen sink into this film because, again, they are expecting this to be the last one. Now, this is going to be the last appearance of Rodan and Mothra in the Showa era. They aren't going to show up later till the Heisei series, and they're going to be completely different. Gorosaurus actually is kind of called wrong. It's supposed to be Baragon, who's destroying France, but there was a mix-up with the suits they were using because they used suits in other shows a lot of times, and so there is kind of that going on. In general, though, it does not disappoint as far as the monster action goes, especially this final act here where we get all the creatures and they get to fight King Ghidorah. And it shows you how badass King Ghidorah is because you've got 10 other creatures bringing it and he just gives it right back. And I loved that, with this. Though, as you imagine how this outcome finally comes at the end, you get Godzilla rallying the other monster troops because you're going to listen to Godzilla if you're a monster. And we see how the Kilax plan is thwarted by the humans. humans in many respects as well on the planet. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, just as you would expect with a Ishiro Honda story. The scope is massive. You've got a lot of different locations and things going on. And in the end, if this had been the final Godzilla film, I think it does pay off quite a bit, and you would feel, you'd feel like, okay, great, we got a nice bookend, 9 solid Godzilla films, but we all know how the cinema works, whether it's in Japan or in Hollywood. You just can't keep a franchise down that makes money. And yeah, this one, well, this franchise, as we know, is still going today. So, Destroy All Monsters is not the last one, but it is one of the crazier, just monster-filled episodes of the Showa era, and it really is a must to watch. I remember as a kid, just a quick story, I remember as a kid reading up a Godzilla book that we had in our school library in elementary school, and they had a promo shot of all the monsters, and I'm like, holy crap, that is awesome! And so I had to figure out which movie that was, and of course watched it. And yeah, I enjoyed this one quite a bit, even though it, on the whole, is still a little bit lighthearted. Ishiro Honda's style really can be seen here again, and it is a welcome return of the director. So there you have it, folks. Destroy All Monsters, really worth a watch. You gotta kind of watch Son of Godzilla to set it up, kind of, but it really stands on its own as just a fun kaiju film. And that'll about do it for us here. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble about the Godzilla films. We got many more to go, especially in the Showa era, so stay tuned. I will be bringing reviews of all of them. I thank you for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.